Hello and welcome everyone to IT Pro Guide. Mohammed Nias with you. In this video, we're going to see how to migrate your workloads from on-premises to Microsoft Azure using Azure Site Recovery. Azure Site Recovery is a disaster recovery feature from Microsoft. So you can have a secondary data center in Microsoft Azure. Then you can fail over your on-premises workloads to Microsoft Azure using Site Recovery. The same method we can use to move your workloads from on-premises to Microsoft Azure. So we're going to see how to do this in this video. So when you migrate your workloads from on-premises to Microsoft Azure, then you need to think about the connectivity, and you have to know like how to move your virtual machines from Hyper-V or virtual machines in VMware or your physical workload to Microsoft Azure. So this is going to be the scope of this video, how we can connect to our workloads in Microsoft Azure, how we can move our workloads from on-premises to Microsoft Azure. The topics that we're going to discuss in this video is an introduction to Microsoft Azure. The introduction is very brief introduction. If you are very new to Microsoft Azure, I really recommend you to watch Azure networking video series, which will give you a clear understanding how to use Microsoft Azure for your infrastructure, for your workloads. Then we're going to review the on-premises setup that we are going to demonstrate on how to move to Microsoft Azure. Then different possible network connections, because on-premises data center is in the same building very close to you. You can physically access it, but when it comes to Microsoft Azure, the data center is very far from you. So you need to know like how to connect to Microsoft Azure based upon the security measures that you require, based upon the latency, based upon the speeds that you can tolerate. You need to choose a type of connection for the connectivity between Microsoft Azure data center and your on-premises, your office, your users, whoever are going to connect to your workloads. Then migration. Hyper-V virtualized virtual machines are the VMware virtualized virtual machines are the then physical workloads are the. So we're gonna do different videos on how to migrate. We will use the same feature as your site recovery, but the procedure is different for Hyper-V virtualized environment, VMware virtualized environment, and physical workloads. So we're gonna see how to do step-by-step demonstration on each of this method. So this series of videos are going to prepare in a way like we will do an introduction to Azure Site Recovery migration in this video. And in the coming video, we're going to see the network connectivity options. The demonstration that I have planned for this video series is a FortiGate firewall in on-premises. So we're going to connect with site-to-site VPN from Microsoft Azure to on-premises. So in on-premises, I have a FortiGate firewall. Then for the migration, we have three separate videos, one for the migration of Hyper-V virtualized environment, then for VMware virtualized environment, then physical workloads. And later I will add also how to migrate from AWS to Microsoft Azure. So let's start our introduction to Microsoft Azure. On-premises data center is your private space. You have physical access to your data center, maybe in your building or in your compound. You have complete control to your data center. But when it comes to Microsoft Azure, as I said, the data center is not in your on-premises, it is far away from you. So how Microsoft assure that you have a private space in your data center is using virtual network, Azure VNet. So Azure VNet is your private space in Microsoft Azure data center. So Microsoft have different data centers across in different regions, and you can choose one of the locations. Then you can run your workloads like virtual machines, database, or web applications in Microsoft Azure. So this VNet is going to be the boundary. So later, for your customers or for your users, anyone who want to access these resources, you can manage with the VPN, with the firewalls. All will be connected with this virtual network. So a virtual network is the first thing that you're going to create in a Microsoft Azure, and that is going to be the boundary of your private space. Azure Site Recovery choose public internet to move your workloads from on-premises to Microsoft Azure. You don't need to have an express route. You don't need to have a site-to-site VPN connection, any dedicated connection. But if your quantity of data is very high, then moving high volume of data over the internet might be difficult. In that case, you might have to go for an express route until you complete the migration. That all depends upon your environment, but it is not mandatory and it is not recommended to go for a site-to-site VPN for moving your workloads from on-premises to Microsoft Azure. It is always recommended to go with a public network, because adding a site-to-site VPN will add extra payload to the network traffic, and that will slow down the migration. To avoid that, choose the public network to move your workloads. Site-to-site VPN remain for secure connectivity between Azure data center and your users. Now let us have a look at the on-premises setup. You can see I have a FortiGate firewall. Then users and server resources are accessible over local area network, and the users who are outside the organization, they access the office resources using a point to site VPN. This adds security. So when you set up Microsoft Azure, the first thing that you're going to set up is virtual network, that is VNet, and you can see that the CIDR block address is different from what you have in on-premises. So it means that you cannot use the same IP address, the same subnet in Microsoft Azure. You have to go for a different subnet and different IP address for your workloads once you move from on-premises to Microsoft Azure. So once you create this VNet, then you can create different subnet here for production, for database, for web app, like that. Then you can move your workloads from on-premises to Microsoft Azure. So before you move your workloads to Microsoft Azure, the first thing we're going to do is to create a site-to-site VPN. A site-to-site VPN between Microsoft Azure and on-premises. So this will help us to communicate securely over the public internet. And then you can prepare a secondary domain controller here, so that the upcoming VMs can log in using this Active Directory instead of authenticating from on-premises. And the users who sit in office, they can access the resources with private IP address like the access before. The only change is IP address. So this is how we're going to prepare Azure infrastructure. We prepare site-to-site VPN connectivity between on-site and on-premises and Microsoft Azure. Then we're going to prepare an Active Directory domain controller, a secondary Active Directory domain controller which replicate from on-premises primary domain controller. Then we're going to move the workloads from Hyper-V, from VMware, and the physical workloads. How to connect to Microsoft Azure? We have three options. One is express route, then site-to-site VPN, and direct access with public IP. Let us see one by one. An Azure Express route is the fast and reliable connection which provide a higher bandwidth. You feel like a natural extension of your data center, like a new data center that you prepared near to your building, because this connection is something like an MPLS cloud connectivity between your secondary and primary data centers. For this connectivity, you cannot simply create this connection from Microsoft Azure portal. You need to contact your partner edge service provider, and then you have to make a connectivity between your network and the partner edge, and from the partner edge they will connect it to Microsoft edge network. And Azure Express route is a private network, so it is more secure also. And also it is recommended to go with Azure Express route in case if you have a high volume of data during the initial migration stage. The Azure Express route will help you to quickly move the high volume of data, and later on the sync will be less, so you can downgrade to normal VPN over the public internet. Then Azure VPN is a network gateway which helps to send encrypted traffic between Azure and on-premises over the public internet. As it is traversing over the public internet, it is cheap compared to Azure Express route, and we have different options, different configurations, so we can choose. In the demonstration, we're going to use a FortiGate firewall in on-premises, and we're going to set up IKE2 version. So in the next video we will see how to do that. Then direct access with the public IP. So you can assign public IP to each virtual machines. Then you can remote desktop to all the virtual machines. That is one of the method you can access, but it is not recommended when it comes to production, because it is not secure. You are exposing your workloads to public internet. But you can restrict access from your local IP address only. As an admin, if you want to access the workloads that running in Microsoft Azure, you can use Azure Bastion. So here we have to deploy a separate subnet, a dedicated subnet for that. Then you will have a real experience as you have in RDP. We can say enhanced experience. Like for example, in VMware, you connect your virtual machines through HTML web browser. You can see everything from HTML web browser. You can operate it. You can connect ISO. You can do whatever you want. The same way we're gonna connect each of this machine through Azure Bastion, and with that you can record the session, you can operate the session, you can log in, like as similar to RDP. We can say an enhanced version of RDP with Azure Bastion. Then the type of workloads that we're gonna move is Hyper-V virtual machines to Microsoft Azure, VMware virtual machines to Microsoft Azure, physical workloads to Microsoft Azure. So these are the three type of workloads that we're gonna do in the demo session. So each will be demonstrated as a separate video. So the coming video is about FortiGate site-to-site VPN with Microsoft Azure. Then following to that you will see Hyper-V to Azure, VMware to Azure, and physical to Azure. There are two ways to migrate from on-premises to Microsoft Azure: Azure Site Recovery and Azure Migrate. Azure Site Recovery actually is a feature for disaster recovery. You can consider Microsoft Azure as your secondary data center to protect your workload when there is a natural disaster or any kind of planned failover you're planning. You can fail over the entire workloads to Microsoft Azure. So that is the purpose of Azure Site Recovery, like a Site Recovery Manager or Hyper-V replication, something like that. In Azure Migrate is specially dedicated tool for moving your virtual machines from your on-premises to Microsoft Azure. This series is completely about Azure Site Recovery, and we will do a separate series of videos about Azure Migrate also. Thank you for watching this video. In the coming video, we're going to see how to set up a site-to-site VPN from Microsoft Azure VNet to your on-premises. In the example, I'm going to show you with FortiGate, and later we will see how to do with Palo Alto and Cisco ASA firewalls. For this video series, it is prepared with FortiGate firewall. So thank you for watching this video. For more videos, subscribe my YouTube channel.